shine so bright, beaming in the night. Lay down your worries, you are not behind. I know how it feels to wonder why you're not where you want to be in life.
Hello, welcome back to PalominoIntuitive. Thank you all for joining me. My name is Star and I'm an intuitive reader. So on today, we're going to be looking into what will you become famous for, okay? So go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I do post readings every day. I also post readings on TikTok and Twitter, which you can find down below in my description box. And if you're interested in ever booking a personal reading with me, you can find my email to contact me below, also in the description box. Okay, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the reading. Today we have 3 groups. As always, we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. All right, so go ahead and choose your piles. If you need more time to choose your pile, feel free to either pause the video or go back and rewind. But other than that, I'll meet you guys at group 1. All right, so hello group 1. Thank y'all for watching. If you're a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time watching my channel, then hello, welcome on in. All right, so today for you all, we have 3 oracle cards. We have 3 main tarot cards, and then 3 clarifying tarot cards. And at the end, we're going to choose 1 main card on camera to finish off your message, okay? Also, I do live by the airport if you guys hear any planes going by. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. What will you become famous for? So the first card that we have is the 8 of Cups. Next, we have the Queen of Swords. And then we have the 6 of Cups. So with you all, I feel like you guys, okay, so I'm picking up on a couple messages. So maybe this reading will have like more people drawn to it. I feel like there are some of you who are going to become well known for being in a relationship and being in a relationship that does not work out, and you end up expressing this, or like, I kind of have this is not necessarily like a positive energy, but I feel like the question is just what will make you famous. So I feel like for some of you, you may become famous by dealing with being in a relationship with someone who has a lot of status or fame or something like that, and this person may not have treated you the best. And I think that if you haven't already, or if this is not already something that you're going through, it may be something that you go through where you eventually leave this person and you kind of expose them, and that is what will bring you a certain sense of fame or notoriety in the public. Yeah, because I feel like with the 8 of Cups and then the Queen of Swords in reverse, the 6 of Cups, it's like there's something, I feel like there's kind of an exposing here. Or like you guys are some type of whistleblower where you're, not only are you walking away from something, but you're exposing something else in the process. And this is going to bring you a lot of attention, because whatever it is that whoever or whatever it is that you would be exposing is going to be something that is very well known. So when you come out and say something against this person, or even if you're not necessarily trying to go up against this person, but you're just trying to share the truth of this person, it will bring you a lot of public attention, okay? Now, for others of you, I feel like you may be well known for being some type of counselor or therapist of some sort. I'm kind of thinking of like, you know, those therapists that are on, that go on like daytime talk shows, and they talk about, you know, different things that they see within their practices. I get that kind of energy. So if you guys, and it doesn't have to just be like a psychologist, but that's just kind of what I'm picking up on. It could be that you're just some type of doctor, or some type of this could also be journalism. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, where you might be exposing something, for some of you it is like it's going to be something personal, like a relationship with the person that you're exposing. But for others of you, it could be you exposing stories, or you exposing companies or corporations that, or institutions that have a lot of negative stories behind them, or secrets and things of that nature, that you're going to be bringing to the forefront, and this will bring you a lot of public attention. For some of you, it's a relationship, and then for some of you, I feel like you're going to get a lot of public attention for speaking on your practice, and this would be like your professional practice. So I'm really seeing mostly like doctors and people that are within the legal system, but I see if this is the kind of, if this one applies to you, it'll be something where, like I said, you're on like a talk show, or you might be on like a radio show, being interviewed about your job, and like the type of, like, not only being interviewed about just your job, but like the advice that you can give to people based off of your knowledge and based off of your experience in this job, if that makes sense. Okay. What else? For some of you, I'm also seeing, this is kind of like I think a smaller percentage of you, but for some of you, I'm also seeing that you may become famous for some type of something that you did in your childhood, or some type of dream or imaginative wish that you had in childhood that you will in your adult life walk away from corporate America in order to pursue. So for some of you, I feel like it could be music, it could be writing, it could be journalism. For a small percentage of you, it could be traveling. It could be, some of you might want to be pilots. There's just some type of dream that you guys might decide to go after a little bit later in life, and you're gonna have to walk away from like your corporate or like your 9-to-5 type of job in order to do so. And I think that will bring you a lot of attention, not only because of your actual story of leaving the stability of corporate America behind, but also I think whatever it is that you're going to go into, you'll be naturally really good at it. And so you're also, your talent or your skill in that new thing might also bring you a lot of attention. But I feel like it's really going to come mostly from the story itself of you walking away from something. I'm sorry. And I think that will make you a motivation to people. So all in all, with this group, one thing I think that you guys have in common, even though the specific thing that will make you all famous is different, is that you guys are going to use your story or your knowledge in order to inspire people, or to make people feel heard, or to, you know, be someone who tells truths, or be someone who is vulnerable and authentic with their story or with their knowledge, with their experience. And then this will help a lot of other people to feel seen or to feel motivated or inspired. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into your clarifying cards. The first card that you have is the Devil in reverse. So for some of you, yeah, this is definitely about you. For some of you, this is definitely about you leaving a relationship with someone who who is famous, and who they probably have like a really clean public image, but obviously if you're in a relationship with them, you see them behind closed doors, and the image, or not the image, but the person who they are behind closed doors may be completely different than what they project into the world, and you probably are going to expose this person at some point. We have the 7 of Wands, and then we also have the Moon. So yeah, this group is definitely going to, I feel like for majority of you, if you were attracted to this group, there is going to be some kind of exposing of secrets, exposing of something or someone's true character behind closed doors, okay? And I feel like whatever this is, even for those of you where it's like you choose to pursue something, even if you guys like, yeah, even if it applies to you in the sense where like you might choose to leave your job or your 9-to-5, or leave corporate America in order to pursue something that's more creative, or something that you wanted to do since you were a child, you're gonna tell your entire story. So when you do this, you're gonna go back and you're gonna expose probably the company that you worked for, or just the kind of things that you saw within the industry that you were working for before you made this move. So either way, you guys are definitely giving me like whistleblower energy, or, you know, just exposing energy. You guys are bringing the truth to the light, okay? In whatever way it'll be specific to you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Of course, you know better than I do like which specific example I gave that would relate to you, or how it relates to you in your life, but that's definitely the energy that I'm getting here, especially with the 7 of Wands. It's like you guys are taking, like, I feel like with you guys, the attention that you receive, it's going to be a mixture of like good and bad. And I say good and bad loosely because I don't really, not everything can even be labeled as good or bad, but there's going to be a lot of people who are in support of you because of the truth that you're exposing. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of people who you have to battle, not physically, but battle socially or mentally, emotionally, because of the truth that you're exposing, because you're exposing them. So for example, let's say you're in a relationship with a famous person and they're narcissistic or they're abusive or whatever, and then you come forward about this. There's going to be a ton of people that support you, that are ready to support you. But at the same time, if this person does have a fan base, or if they have, you know, like managers or, you know, people around them or publicists around them, those people are going to be against you because you're going to be exposing them and hurting their image. Even though you're telling the truth, I don't think this group is going to lie about anything. But even though it's the truth, they're going to try to fight you on it because they are living a lie and their success is built off of a lie. So it's just that kind of energy. But I see with the Seven of Wands here that you guys will be strong enough to handle this. And I think it's something that you'll be prepared for as well. So if this reading doesn't, if you feel like this could be true for you, but like it doesn't resonate just yet or right now, this may be something that's going to happen in your future. And for others of you, this is something that you already have been thinking about, or, you know, you've already been kind of putting it in the works. Okay. So your next card, we have the Fish. So with this card, I think I'm going to look into the meaning of this card because I haven't pulled this card too much before. But just intuitively, I kind of, when I looked at this card, I heard in my head, like, going against the grain or swimming against the current. And I feel like you guys are swimming against the current in the sense that I really do feel like you're going to be exposing something. And whatever you're going to expose is something that is, like, publicly, like I said in the beginning, it's something that publicly has a good image. So but you've seen the truth about it. You've seen the underneath, right? And so it's like, I feel like you guys are going to be swimming against the current in the sense that you're going to be putting yourself out there to expose the truth behind something. But I also feel like this is not like a bad thing for you, because this is, like I was saying in the beginning, it's like this is going to, even though you might attract some negative attention as well as the positive attention, I feel like if you play your cards right, you will be able to use this as an opportunity to push you forward to where after this scenario, you maintain your fame, you maintain your notoriety, and you become more known for other things. It's like people that might know you in the beginning for doing one thing, but over time you will end up diversifying and being able to show off other talents that you have or get into other avenues that you would like to get into. So for the Fish, it says meaning. Okay, in Japanese myth, the koi fish swims upstream along the Yellow River. Once it conquers its many challenges and reaches the river's head, it transforms into a majestic dragon. The Japanese view the koi fish as a symbol of aspiration, good fortune, and determination, whose transformation manifests through hard work. So like I said, I didn't even read this yet when I kind of got that heard it in my head of like swimming against the grain. It's like this card literally represents swimming against everyone. And that's kind of what I mean. It's not like a physically like you're going to be battling people, but like I said, you're going to be going against the positive reputation of whatever you're going to be exposing is or has. And it's going to be, like I said, it's just, you're going to get good attention and negative attention, but you will be able to make this into your good fortune. You will be able to build your career with this fame. You will be able to have a certain level of stability with this. And I think for you all, it'll also be a road where like things are unexpected. So I feel like for you all, you may be used to speaking up. You may be used to talking about the truth of things. And I feel like for two of you, it's either way. I feel like for some of you, you are used to holding your tongue. And then I feel like others of you, you are used to speaking up for yourself. But either way, whenever you decide to speak up in the actual instance that will make you famous, I don't think you'll be expecting it. So even though you're watching this reading and even though you know like you will become famous for exposing something, I think that you may have a lot of things to expose, or you may already be used to exposing things or telling the truth about things, even if people don't like it or even if it is controversial. So the one particular instance that kind of sparks the fame or that kind of goes viral or something like that, I think is going to be unexpected for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into your self-care cards. So we have positive affirmation. I think you guys should go watch, since you guys got this card in your reading, I think you should go watch my spiritual messages for 2022. I think it was like my second to last video after this one. So it's called What You Need to Know in 2022, like spiritual messages to keep in your messages to keep in your spiritual toolbox. It's something like that. I think you guys should go watch that reading because you may find that it resonates. Okay, but we have positive affirmations and we have be still. So I feel like this is self-care for you in this time because, like I said, I feel like you guys' fame is gonna be like a controversial type of fame where people are going to be talking about you. And like I said, there's going to be people that support you and there's going to be people that feel like you're lying or that you're just making it up for money or for fame, especially if those of you where you might be exposing a person, you know, because unfortunately we see that happen all the time in society where, you know, people come out and expose someone that they had a relationship with who's famous, and then people swear that they're only saying this because they're trying to get money from this person, when in actuality, you usually prevent yourself from being able to get any money from famous people when you expose them publicly. Like usually if you shut up, they'll give you more money versus if you speak. So that's not even true. But I feel like for you guys, it's going to be important for you to have a spiritual routine and kind of have a close-knit community around you, and to also not engage with everything that you see. You guys may forget this by the time this happens, but just kind of future advice, because I feel like like I said, you guys are going to have a controversial type of fame. So it's going to be important that you encourage yourself, that you speak love into yourself, and that you don't engage with certain things, and you spend a lot of time meditating or, you know, just in a peaceful headspace so that you don't allow everything to get to you, okay? But I do see you, again, having prosperity, good fortune. Everything will work out for you in the long run, but in the moment when you first become famous, there will be some type of mental battles for you to face, okay? So the last card that you guys have is visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Excuse me. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will receive. So with this card, like I already said, I feel like you guys are going to be able to diversify this fame. I feel like it may start out as coming from something that is controversial, but I feel like within time you'll be able to, like I said, to diversify it, to maybe start different businesses off of this, or to, you know, like I feel like you guys will probably be interviewed, and you can make money off of that. I feel like you definitely will end up having a social media following. You guys may be the type to be able to get sponsorships and brand deals and things like that. I definitely see you guys being able to diversify and come out of just being known as solely a controversial person. So that's what I have for you, group one. Thank you all so much for watching this reading. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave me a big thumbs up, and also leave me a comment down below letting me know how this reading resonated with you. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of my future readings. I do upload every day. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me or watching my readings on TikTok or Twitter, you can find the information for all that down below. And with that being said, I love you guys. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Hello, group two. Thank you all for watching this reading. If you're a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time watching my channel, then hello, welcome on in. So I always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera to save time, but I don't actually look at any of them. So today you guys have 2 oracle cards. You have 4 main tarot cards and then 3 clarifying tarot cards. And then at the end, we are going to choose 1 card on camera together as your final message. So with all that being said, let's just go ahead and get right into it. What will you be famous for? So first we have the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Wands in reverse, the Strength card in reverse, and then the 4 of Pentacles. So immediately, I feel like you guys will be famous for having a long journey of success. And I know that you guys may not want to hear that your journey to success will be long, but it's the reality. That's what I'm feeling here. And I also feel like this is going to make you famous because I feel like you're going to document this journey in some way. So you guys may have, like, I feel like you guys would probably have some type of YouTube channel, some type of vlog channel, or even like a social, just like even a Facebook or an Instagram where you just like post videos on there, or, you know, you share snippets from your life. But I feel like you guys, or even if you decide not to share anything like while you're actually going through the process, and you kind of maybe write a book about it, or, you know, make a podcast or go on someone else's podcast and talk about your journey after you have gotten to a certain level of stability and success, I feel like you guys are going to have a journey where, you know, your story to success is very relatable. I was actually just talking about this in another reading, so actually go watch my last reading, the one right before this. It's called this is how you were meant to change the world. Go watch that reading, because I'm interested to see what pile you guys choose, because I kind of had the same similar message in yesterday's reading. But it's like you guys are going to be like a voice, or kind of like a voice for people who have a regular life, or people who take time to get to their success. Let me cut this heater off 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So the heat will go off in just a minute. But yeah, it's like you guys are going to be an inspiration to people, and this is what you'll be famous for. You'll be famous for inspiring people to be patient with their life, and also to remember that it's okay if things don't happen overnight. So we're living in an age where people are becoming millionaires and billionaires overnight. People are having instant success, especially with the internet. People are able to, some people are able to gain money and followers and fame in a very short amount of time. And this is causing a lot of people to feel like there's something wrong with them, or that they're doing something wrong if they're trying to go about their success and they're not seeing those super quick results. You guys are going to be a poster child, especially with this Leo card here. You guys are going to be a poster child for the fact that good things take time, and that it's okay still for things to take time. Like, even though we're going through this phase where, the internet is making people super rich overnight, it's completely okay if that doesn't happen for you, and that doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. I feel like this group, I always hit the tripod at least once in every reading, but I feel like this group is going to have a slow and steady kind of journey. I'm surprised the Knight of Pentacles is not here, because that's really the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. I feel like you guys are going to have a slow journey, but I feel like you're going to document this journey. And for a small percentage of you, I feel like you're going to kind of just go through the journey by yourself. And then once you've created the success, that's when you'll go back and tell your story. But I feel like that's mostly maybe for my older viewers that are probably like already 35 plus. But for those of you that are younger watching this, like between like the ages like 18 to 24, I feel like you all are going to document your journey as it goes along, and people are going to watch you go from one social status to the next. Like, they're going to actually see it. And even if it's not a thing where like you have just one YouTube channel, or you have a podcast, or you just always post on your Instagram, it could be that you use different apps. So for example, there's a lot of people who are on Vine, and back in the day when they were on Vine, they were just regular people just making Vines. And then eventually when Vine left, they moved to Instagram, and they became, they grew a following on Instagram, and then they probably had a following on Twitter, and then they made a YouTube channel, and then they started having a following on YouTube, and then eventually they ended up on TV. Like, it's like that kind of story where people will watch you kind of start from nothing and like progress over time, and you will be a motivation and an inspiration to people, because they will have seen that it took you years to get to this point. And I know that nobody likes hearing that it'll take them years to get to their point of success, but that's just the reality. That's just how time works. This whole concept of like overnight millionaires or overnight successes and overnight fame is relatively new. Before the time of the internet, that was pretty much unheard of. Like, it was normal for people to expect it to take a couple of decades to reach success at something, So it's really not saying that like this is taking any longer than it normally would. It's just that we have a warped perception of time because of the internet, but that's what I see you guys being famous for. I feel like you guys definitely have some type of creative passion or goal that you are pursuing, and it really does feel like you're starting from scratch. Like, you might not have many resources, you might not have a community of people that support you, but you're doing it, and for most of you, I feel like you're documenting it in one way or another, and you're showing the world your progress. And in the beginning, there may be a lot of naysayers and people who feel like, oh, like, who does this person think they are to be vlogging? They don't even have an interesting life. Or are they vlogging? They don't even do anything, or, this person wants to make music and they're posting it, but ain't nobody even watching the music video, ain't nobody even streaming their stuff. But you just keep going and keep going. And then eventually these same people will be the people who turn around and go, after a couple years, if they unfollowed you and then they come back, they're like, oh, damn, like, this person got all these followers now, or this person makes all this money now, or this person's, they've gotten all these accolades and awards and recognition for their work now. Like, oh my gosh, that's kind of the story that you guys are going to have. And there are going to be naysayers, but there's going to be a lot of people that come along your journey to watch you, because watching you gives them inspiration. Okay. there's going to be a lot of people. You guys could eventually also turn this into a motivational speaking career, where once you reach a certain level of success, you end up getting booked for things like TED Talks and to come on radio shows and podcasts and be interviewed about how you became successful, and interviewing you about your journey to the road, like on the road to success. Okay. I definitely see you guys becoming like international, and I feel like for most of you, you're probably some type of entertainer. So it could be a dancer, a filmmaker, a musician. For some of you, this could be like you're into beauty and modeling. Whatever it is for you, this is a general reading, but I feel like you guys do whatever you are into. I feel like it's some form of entertainment, and people enjoy watching you do whatever it is that you do. So, yeah. Okay, let's look into these clarifying cards. So first we have the Queen of Cups. Next we have the Three of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Hierophant. So with you all, I definitely am feeling like, again, that it's going to take you time to become successful. Like, when I say successful, I just mean like when you feel successful, like when you feel like you've achieved a lot of the things that you want to achieve. I feel like it's going to take you all time to get to that point with the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. This is like, these are both mature energies. And so I feel like you guys are going to be, by the time you reach the height of your success, you're probably going to be at least 30 or older. For some of you, if you're already that age and you're kind of just now starting something, it'll probably be like, you know, in your 40s or 50s when you reach your peak level of success. And I feel like you're gonna have a very wise energy. Like I said, I definitely feel like this group could be doing like TED Talks in the future, or public speaking, motivational speaking, because you're gonna have a lot of wisdom to share because of the journey that you've been on. I feel like you also are gonna be very empathetic, and people are going to see you as nurturing. You're the kind of person who I see that you're not the kind of person who fame or money is going to turn into an egotistical or a greedy person. You're going to still be very compassionate. You're probably going to be the kind of person who will still stand there and listen to strangers and let them tell you their stories. And you will love what you do for a living. Like, I feel like you're going to love whatever it is that actually makes you a success, but I feel like eventually you'll probably stop doing that thing and get into motivational speaking or public speaking, because you will find that you have a passion for helping others to believe in themselves the way that you did. I also see with this Three of Cups, like I said, there's definitely going to be some haters or some naysayers, particularly in the beginning of your journey. But I think that you all will have to get used to that, because they're not really going to go away. In the beginning, people can hate on you or say certain things because you don't have a lot of money or because you don't have followers. But at the end of the day, even once you do get these things, they're still going to talk shit. They're still going to say, oh, well, now so-and-so thinks they're better than us because they have this, or they don't deserve that. Or, you know, like, there's going to always be something that your haters or these negative Nancy's have to say. And so I think that you all will also be developing a thick skin in this process, and just realizing that you can't please everyone. And if someone chooses to be unhappy because you're successful, that's their problem. I also feel like this group is going to have a small circle of friends. I think that you guys may go through a phase where, like, when you do initially become famous, there's going to be a lot of people who kind of ignored you while you were small, who come back around and be like, oh, like, I want to be friends now, basically, because I see you doing well. And I think that you're going to definitely have to set boundaries with that, because, you know, I feel like it is partially like a natural human thing to like want to see someone actually do what they say they're going to do. But if someone truly doesn't believe in you in the beginning, then they should not be around you once you make it to your success. So definitely be wary of that. I am getting a lot of future advice in this reading. So definitely be mindful of people who wait until everyone else is already supporting you in order for them to start supporting you. Because if their support was genuine, they wouldn't have needed to wait for other people to kind of jump on your bandwagon, okay? So let's see. The next card that you have is the Sea Turtle. And literally, like I said, when I see this card and just the turtle in general, I think of slow and steady. I think of someone who has a lot of wisdom, to share, who has a cool, calm vibe to them. but who is also like someone who's friendly and someone who's compassionate, but also with the shell here, someone who is protected and someone who doesn't just, it's like you guys are cool with like talking to strangers in the street, but you're not just friends with anyone. You don't just allow anyone to be your friend, and you will have a lot of boundaries about yourself, and you also have a lot of integrity, I feel. So yeah, even though we don't have the Knight of Pentacles, we do have the Hierophant here, which is that Taurus energy, which is still Earth energy, because I definitely feel some Earth energy with you guys' reading. What was I gonna say? You guys have this maturity to you and this wisdom to you that makes you like a mentor figure to people. Okay, so your next card here we have is family. So yeah, I think family may also be important here, especially with this Three of Cups in reverse. You're probably going to experience or just have one of those. It's not to say that you won't have any friends at all, but I think you will be more close with your family than you will with like outside people and friends, particularly because your family will have been the ones who supported you from the beginning. Like even if your parents, let's say that your parents, even if they don't necessarily understand what you're doing, and even if they don't understand like why you believe in it so much, I feel like they still will be supportive of you and like will come to your first show even if there's only 3 people there, like, and still cheer you on, you know. So I feel like your family for you is going to be a huge factor in what keeps you afloat and what keeps you stable mentally, having the support of them, because like I said, the support from the outside world is probably going to be kind of dry in the beginning of your journey. You probably aren't going to have that many people that believe in you and that want to be your friend, or that are just seem to be so interested in you. But then once you become famous, then all of a sudden here will come all these people, but to you, you're going to be like, nah, this feels like fake love, because where were y'all at, you know, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So let's move on. The next card that you have is Face Your Financial Fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and has released these self-doubts. So that's definitely a message that for you guys, I don't even feel like, for you guys, I feel like people project onto you like the fear of like not having enough money to do something. But with you guys, I like how this card says, be honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, because we oftentimes have no problem admitting that we have a fear of failure, but there's also a big fear of success, because even with this card here, I feel like this group, like when I said that you guys might not have that many friends for a while, and then there's going to be a lot of fake love around you, you guys probably felt like, damn, like, why can't people just fuck with me? And like, why can't I just have, you know, a good friend group and X, Y, and Z? And it's like, you guys have this sense of, I feel like this group, you already knew that you were going to be famous, and you kind of already, you were attracted to this because you just needed like a reminder, you just needed like some confirmation. But I feel like this group already is pretty confident that you're going to be famous, and like while you want that for yourself, at the same time, you kind of subconsciously block it, because you know that with being famous, there will come a lot of responsibility. There will come a lot of haters. There will come a lot of jealousy. There will come a lot of people who want to take from you, or feel like you owe them things, or feel entitled to you and your energy, your money, and things like that. And you, like I said, especially with this Queen of Cups, I feel like you're a very compassionate person, and you really just wish that you could be famous and just give to everyone and, you know, be friends with everyone still. But you are having to accept the fact that in order for you to have this success, you're going to have to be very strong in your boundaries. And it's not that you're incapable of this, but it's just kind of like, it's kind of like a disappointment in your heart, because like I said, you guys are very genuine and you have pure intention and love for everyone, and you just wish that the world could be the same, so that you could just give your love and give your resources openly. But that's okay. I think that's something that a lot of empathetic people feel, but we all also come to accept that, you know, unfortunately, everyone isn't like us, and it is best for us to set boundaries so that we can live our best lives. And I think that eventually you guys will get over this. Yeah, I think you guys will eventually get over this, the deeper you get into your career, and the more you find happiness as well in what you're doing. Like, there will come a point in time where you'll be so happy doing what you're doing, and you'll be so happy with all of your success, that you're no longer going to feel so much compassion for other people that you'll be willing to let them damage that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not saying that you're going to become cold-hearted, but your love for yourself and what you're doing in your life will outweigh the love that you have for other people who you wish weren't jealous of you, so that you could be nice to them, but they are fucking jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be able to move past things like that without it upsetting you so much, okay? So that is what I have for you, group 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know how it resonated with you. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can do so with the email in my description box. You can also find my TikTok and Twitter there. And last but not least, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can join this community. We're almost at 30 subscribers, okay? So I just need 2 more people to subscribe so that we can hit 30 subscribers. And yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank y'all for joining me. If you are a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time here, then hello, welcome on in. So I always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera in order to save time, but I don't actually look at any of them. So today we have 2 oracle cards. We have 3 main tarot cards and then 3 clarifying cards. And then I'm going to pull 1 card together with you guys on camera for your final message. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's go ahead and look into what will you be famous for. So first we have the Emperor in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. And then we have the Page of Cups. Give me 1 second. So with this group, I feel like you guys are going to be famous for your business success. So with this group, I'm feeling like you guys are probably like the entrepreneurs, the venture capitalists, the investors, the accountants, like the people that are good with numbers and money, because I see like you guys building some type of empire, like a financial empire. And I think this is what's going to bring you fame. So you guys might end up being someone who, like in the beginning of this or before you become famous, you might end up being someone who is rich, but like nobody knows who you are, if that makes sense. Like, you'll be like the CEO of a company that does really well. So it's like people might know of your company, but they may not have heard of you. Or, no, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like people might have heard of your company or companies that you're tied to, or people might know of like, okay, that this person is really rich, but we don't know too much about your personal life. And then once you become more publicly recognized for your business and financial accomplishments, that's when you will develop more of your own personal brand, if that makes sense. But I feel like this group, because when I see the Emperor, even though it's in reverse, I feel like this group has dreams of building an empire. So definitely like generational wealth, like I said, people that are into investing, real estate, maybe even crypto and NFTs, like anything that you can put money into that it will give you return on investment. That's what I feel like you guys are gonna be famous for. You guys might have a business that becomes really, really big to the point where you're able to franchise it. You guys might purchase other people's franchise. I feel like this person, whoever this is that relates to this group, is, of course, it's general, so take whatever resonates with you. But I feel like you have a lot of diverse investments. I don't feel like it's just one thing. So you guys may be known for, in the beginning, for like, let's say you have a business and that kind of puts you on a little bit and that brings you a certain amount of money. But I feel like eventually you're going to diversify and you might start a second business, or you might start investing and be really good at investing, or make a lot of money in investing, and then you become well known for that. It's kind of like this energy is kind of like the person who would be on the Forbes list, or the person who would be in an article to be like, oh, the first person to make $1 million off of this thing, or the first person to bring up this type of company, or the first person to create this type of currency, or this new operating system. Or you guys might invent something or create something, like not like a creative like ability like drawing or anything like that, but you guys might actually create a tool or an invention that becomes really popular, that becomes really well known all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So for example, I know some people hate, I don't know why, but some people hate millionaires and billionaires. I feel like if you hate millionaires and billionaires, then this is not the channel for you, because I believe in abundance and I believe in not counting other people's pockets and not being jealous or feeling envious or feeling like I'm in lack because someone else has a lot. So, I don't think I have to really give that disclaimer, but I give it just in case. I feel like you guys are gonna be someone in the likes of like Jeff Bezos, you know, or Elon Musk. Like, not saying that you have to be like them in terms of who they are as people, but just someone that's well known for having a very successful company, someone who is known for having a lot of money, someone who is known for having a lot of knowledge about money and about business and things like that. Okay, let's look into your clarifying cards. Also, I feel like whatever businesses and things that you have, I feel like they are going to be creative based in things that are kind of new. So I don't see this as just being like, you know, your regular old millionaire who's just been investing into stocks for 50 years. Like, this is probably going to be something new, something to do with technology, or something, like I said, that's innovative, that hasn't been done before. With both this page and this ace and then this page here, I definitely feel like this is something that you're going to bring new to the world. Also, with the Emperor in reverse, the Emperor can represent structure and order and tradition. And with it being in reverse, like I said, I feel like you guys are going to be making a lot of money, but you'll make a lot of money by shaking the table, or by, like I said, doing something different, doing something innovative. I'm seeing a lot of Aries and Aquarius energy here in this reading. Okay, so let's look into your clarifying cards. So the first card that you have is the Chariot. Next, we have the Two of Wands. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, you guys are definitely going to be making big decisions. I feel like moving forward, I feel like right now you're in the planning stages of this. Like, I don't feel like you've amassed this yet, but I feel like you're working on it, or like you're about to get the last boost of energy that you need to go ahead and start working on this thing. With the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you may have investors as well, because I feel like right now, yeah, with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups, right now it may just be an idea. And right now you may be in the phase where you need to start planning this and start getting investors. Again, this could be, like, I really feel like this has a lot to do with business. So you guys could be the type of people to go on Shark Tank or something like that. Like, or even if it's not like obviously the show Shark Tank, excuse me, I feel like you guys will have some type of like really great business idea that you could bring to investors, and they will invest in you, and you will be able to flip that and turn it into an empire. Okay, it doesn't really matter like specifically what the business idea is. I just feel like it's something that is new, something that's creative, something that's innovative, and something that will be useful. Like, I don't feel like it's just something like, oh, I came up with a new lipstick. Like, I feel like this is something that is actually going to be useful, and that's why investors are willing to invest into it. That's why once it becomes public, you will become famous for it, because it's going to sell. Like, you're not going to just become famous for creating the thing. You're going to also become famous for how much money you make off of selling the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is definitely like, you guys are, like I said, you guys are going to be successful before you're actually famous. You're going to become famous because of how successful you have been able to make yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's very, very cool. Definitely be open to receiving help and be open to taking action on this. I feel like because of the fact that it is very innovative what you're doing, people might not understand it around you, and even when you go to investors, there might be some investors as well who don't understand it, and who tell you that they're not going to invest. But the right person who sees your vision and who shares like the same mindset that you have towards this, they will invest into it. So don't allow yourself to be discouraged if you get a couple of no's. Do keep in mind that you're going against the grain, and whatever this is definitely ahead of its time. So, you know, even the internet, like, when the internet very first started coming out, people thought it wasn't really going to be a thing, or people was like, oh, that's not going anywhere. What is the internet? Da, 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 da. Now look at us, 40. I don't know what time. I don't know when the internet came out. I think it was in the, don't quote me. I was born in 99. Okay. So by the time I was born, the internet was already a thing. But I think the internet really came out between like the 80s and 90s, when it became like available and accessible to like everyone in the population. So yeah, like, people thought the internet wasn't going to be shit, and now look at it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like Facebook and all these social media platforms. When people first started social medias, it was like, oh, like, social media, what is that? Ain't nobody going to create a profile on this thing. And now the owners of all these social media platforms are all billionaires. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of the same idea that you guys have. Is, like I said, it's definitely something that's innovative, something that has not been done before. So you will experience some no's, but don't allow those to make you become doubtful of what you're doing, because all you need is the one yes. I'm telling you, like, all you need is one yes to get the ball rolling. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into these next cards. You guys have the Crone. So the Crone is someone who is old, who is very wise. It kind of gives me hermit energy. So I feel like, so I'm getting a couple things. With the Crone, I feel like you guys have probably already gotten other readings about this and been told about this before. Like that whatever idea that you have is going to make you very successful. I feel like you guys might have gotten this message in general readings like this one, and you may have also spoken directly with a psychic and like gotten a personal reading where they also confirmed it for you. So for you all, I feel like this is one of the other groups. I feel like they already knew that they were going to be famous. For you all, I also feel like I feel like you more so know that you're going to be successful. And I think that's what you were really focused on. You're really focused on the success of the actual company and the actual idea first. And you kind of just know that the fame will come after that, which is okay with you. I feel like this group is not really even interested in being too famous. Like, that's not really your goal. But you just really have a passion for business. You have a passion for numbers and analytics and charts and like the idea that you have. And so, I feel like it's important for you guys to not lose that and to not become, like, try not to ever get caught up in the superficial things, because again, like right now you're doing really good by focusing on your actual business, focusing on the things that you're passionate about and your ideas. I saw something else, but I forgot about it. Oh, also with this Crone, I feel like I said, there may be a lot of people that tell you no that are investors, but I feel like they're only need one yes. And I feel like, now again, this is general reading and this may not apply for everyone, but I do feel like for some of you, the person who is going to invest in you, or the person who is going to believe in you and put their money where their mouth is, will be someone who is old and who you might expect to not see your vision because they're old. Especially if your vision is something that has to do with technology. You may feel like, oh, this person's old, so they're probably not going to really get it. Or, you know, you might just go into it thinking like, oh, if I explain this to them, they're probably not going to want to invest or whatever. But like I said, this is why it's important for you not to be discouraged, because you will experience some no's. But and it's also important for you not to judge a book by its cover, because I also feel like with this group, because of the fact that what you're doing is new, is innovative, is creative, you may have this subconscious belief that people who are younger or people who are around your same age may be more likely to invest in you. But I feel like those are the people that are probably going to tell you no. Whereas there may be some older people who are the ones that are more willing to invest. And this will actually be better for you, because we all know the old people are the ones with the money anyway. So, you know, if you do go to a group of investors and they're all pretty young, and when I say young, I don't mean like 20, I mean like, you know, 40 and under. Like, if they're pretty young and they're like not really getting your idea, not only don't allow that to discourage you at all, but also don't sleep on pitching your idea to older people, because old people that have been alive since like the 50s or 40s and stuff like that, we could easily assume like, oh, they don't know anything about technology, or they don't know anything about innovation or creativity because they're old. But these people have seen probably a lot of things start out as nothing or start out being doubted and then become very big. So these are the people that would be more likely in actuality, and surprisingly, these would be the people who would be able to see the long-term vision that the younger investors may not be able to see, because they have seen probably a lot of things in their lifetime, like I said, be doubted in the beginning and then turn out to be a very big thing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely be open to the older people. And I feel like for some of you as well, you may also have an older person around you. For some of you, I feel like it's a grandmother. But even if it's not, for some of you, I feel like you have an older person around you who may not express like verbally their praise for you, or they may not verbally tell you that they're proud. And you might think like this person is very critical of you, or this person judges you a lot, but this person is actually very proud of you. I think the reason that they don't say much is because it's kind of like a tough love thing, where even though they're really proud of you and they really do love you and they believe in you, they don't want you to become dependent on needing anyone's approval. And so they just keep it to themselves, and they just kind of just want to, I be talking so fast. It's kind of like they just want to watch you and see what you will do without their approval, you know? So it's not that they don't believe in you, and it's really not even that they're waiting for you to become big before they say something, but it's just like, I feel like they don't want to interfere with your journey, you know what I'm saying? And they might feel like if they praise you too much, or if they like tell you that they're proud of you or anything like that, you may start to get too comfortable, or you may start to become reliant on needing their approval, and they don't want that for you. They want you to just be strong enough to do it by yourself without needing any reassurance or reinforcements. And so if this is kind of the case for you, know that this person is proud of you, but they're just the kind of person to give tough love, and they just want to make sure that you can do it by yourself without their help or without their approval. Okay, so next card we have look for fairies. So with this card, I'm not taking it literally. I feel like you guys, when it says look for fairies, I feel like that means look for opportunities, and I feel like you guys already do this, and I feel like you already are able to see, like with the look for fairies, you know, I don't know too much about fairies, but whenever I have read up on fairies or seen videos about fairies, or even the way that fairies are depicted in movies, it's kind of like fairies kind of hide in plain sight, and like only the chosen people can see them, or like you can only see them if you have a certain tool to see them, you know? So it's like, I feel like you guys have a certain vision to be able to see innovative and creative ideas or holes in things or things that are missing in the world, and you're able to act on them and kind of be the first one to come out with the product, which is what allows you to monopolize it and to be the leading company in your industry for whatever the product is. So like I said, I'm definitely picking up on Aquarius and Aries energy here. Well, the Emperor is the Aries card, but I just thought about that just now. I didn't even, damn, I might be forgetting that the major arcana has zodiacs attached to it. That makes sense though, because I did feel Aries energy. We also have the Cancer card here, so Cancer could also resonate, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm mostly feeling Aquarius and Aries. But yeah, it's like you guys have the sights. You guys have the sight to see things that other people can't see, and this is what's gonna make you famous, because you're gonna act on it, and you're going to, especially with the Chariot here, you're going to act on the things that you see, and you're gonna work to fill in the gaps that you see in the world. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your last couple of cards. I'll put 2 cards for you guys because all the other groups got a little bit of extra cards in their initial pool. So let's see, Spirit, what will group 3 become famous for? So first we have abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys are definitely going to be successful. And with you guys being successful, I feel like it's going to, like I said, be very much tied to your money and to your finances. Even this angel here is like literally on a pile of gold. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you guys, your fame will come from your success. Like some people become famous and successful at the same time, or some people become famous and then they start making money. I feel like you guys are going to be making the money anyways, even if nobody knows who you are. And then the amount of money that you make or the amount of business success that you have is what's going to be what draws people to you and what makes you famous. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get one more. I don't think that's the card. So what will make group 3 famous? Okay. All right, so we have dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you to manifest your desires into reality. So yeah, with you guys, I feel like, again, it's like you have the sight, but you guys might also dream of things as well. So if you do see any type of inventions or business ideas in your dreams, definitely write them down and actually create plans to produce these things, because I really do feel like you guys inventing something or starting a business or getting into some type of investment like early before other people is what's going to bring you a lot of success. Like I said, for some of you, maybe that you start a business that does really well. For some of you, like you may come up with like invent a product or an invented app or a website or something that does really well. For others of you, you may like invest into a stock or a source of crypto like really early, and then it blows a couple years later, and then you end up making a lot of money and you get like articles written about you because of your success. Like things like that is what I'm feeling with this group. Okay, So that's what I have for you, group 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know how it resonated with you. And then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? We're almost at 30 subscribers, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button, all right? So that you can always watch, or you can always catch, my readings when I upload them, because I do upload every day. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me or finding my readings off of TikTok or Twitter, you can find all that information down below in the description box. And with that being said, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.